So it's Monday. We're here, we're back, we're ready to go again for another good week. Well, it should be a damn fine week, but we are about to find out. But here's the big thing we want to talk about today. We want to see exactly what we're going to try to do, what we're trying to achieve, where we're trying to go, what we're trying to make really happen this week. So Monday, before I go off private and talk to some of the clients that are out there, I wanted to drop in here to say happy Monday and let's really get a plan together. I think too many of us are spending a huge amount of time going through the motions day by day, day by day, day by day. We're not taking enough deliberate action to move the needle from where we are. And I think we've got to change our perspective a little bit on that. And I'll tell you why. If you're in a sales job right now where you can make commissions, imagine if we took your commissions away. Imagine if we just kept you on 30 grand a year, 20 grand a year, 50, whatever your base wage is. But you had no ability to go off and earn extra by delivering results. Now, there's two types of people at this stage. One, a sense of relief that you don't have to go off and sell. Now, the other side of it will be a feeling of dread, of fear, that crap, what do you mean I can't make commissions? What do you mean I can't go off and do that? Now, if you are filled with relief that you wouldn't be able to go off and make commissions if it got took away, get out of sales. It's just that simple. Not here to tell everyone what they want to hear. Morning, morning, morning. Hi, everyone, by the way, who's on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram Live, Facebook. It's great to see you all here. So this is the whole thing. And if you're watching this on replay, by the way, thanks for watching back the replays. So if you would get a feeling of dread that if we took the opportunity to make commissions away, then you need to really grab onto the fact of how fortunate we are to get it. If you've been in sales for 2 years, 2 months, 10 years, 20 years, you're used to there being no urgency in your life to go off and get it to a high enough level. But imagine we said like this: you've got till Wednesday to get all closed business in, signed, paid, deposits, however you do it in your business. And after that point, you don't get that client anymore. You don't get that lead anymore. You don't get this, you don't get that. And you're going to be straight on salary. That is the feeling that you feel right now, that you need to go, crap, what would I do? How would I earn? So let's spin it on its head. We have the opportunity to go off and earn commissions. You have the opportunity to go and create what you want, but doesn't judge you. Doesn't matter about your age, doesn't matter about how tall you are, how short you are, how thin you are, how fat you are, how smart you are. Doesn't matter. Commissions get paid to the person who closes the deal. Now, if you can't close a deal, that's on you. It could be on other people, but let's just take a bit of responsibility. Let's say it's on me. I didn't read the books. I didn't action the steps. I haven't put the work in. I haven't put the graft in. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. We're here right now. What I want you to do is draw a line in the sand from here, from now, from today. And go, okay, I'm going to take some urgency today. I'm going to take some action today. And I'm going to treat it as if it's all going to be taken away. I want you to start from zero. So 4th of the month. Everyone's probably fairly zero-ish at the moment anyway. But imagine if this month you go into every single day with the actual, not the kind of conversation, but you actually go in every single day with the fact you're on zero. What about if you went in every single day with the fact there was no money in the bank account? Now, you might have no money in your bank account. But if you've got 20 grand in the bank, you've only got 5 grand in the bank, whatever it is, I need you to think about, what would you do if that would all be taken away? Would you go and put the TV on at 3 in the afternoon for a break? Would you be sat there with your feet up on the desk, talking to people, chatting to people? Would you, if I took all the money away and gave you loads of bills to pay, would you be going off now and scrolling through reels, looking at cats or fights from Conor McGregor? Nearly called him Colin. Or would you go off today and take serious action? Because if you don't need it, you've got to bring the fire. But the problem is most of us are far too comfortable. Most of us are chilled. Most of us, the bills are paid. The car's outside, got a bit of finance on it maybe. Your holidays are booked for the summer. You've got Ibiza coming through. The family holidays booked. You don't have a sense of urgency. What about now if you could get your mindset, and this is why our mindset is so important. Imagine if you could operate from a place of urgency as if you had no money. Yo, morning. Imagine if you could operate from a place of urgency every day. You wake up, like imagine if I woke up today and instead of thinking of all the people that pay a subscription each month, go to thesalesangel.com if you want free access to it. Instead of thinking about the one-on-one clients that I've got that pay 10 grand to 50 grand a year, if I went to, and today went, okay, I've got nothing in the bank, I've got bills to pay by Friday, what can I do to move the needle right now and today? If you can program your mind to be in that mindset, you'll start developing the habits that are needed to get to that next level. Most of us out there are going to die with a huge amount of untapped potential. Do we agree with that? If you don't agree about yourself, ask yourself this. How many people do you know of your friends in your circle that you work with, in your industry, that are really far better than they're doing? Like, you know, they could really kick some ass. They could be a better husband, a better wife, a better partner, a better employee, a better salesperson, a better manager, a better driver. They could all be better. And you can see them and you go, fuck, if I had their skills, if I had their level, I'd do this with it. But you've got to realize that you have inside of you a skill or a habit or an ability that you are not using to its full potential because you're used to having it. Just because you're used to having it, there's not the urgency because you've always had it, but you're forgetting. A lot of people don't have what you have. And we have to remember this. What you know right now, what you're an expert in right now, somebody else out there right now is Googling how to do X. And you've got that in the bank, saved in the big filing cabinet in your head. So if you're a single matter expert, you're a consultant, you're an expert, you have to remember that there's people out there that want the information that you've got. And we've got it on the side gathering dust. It's literally on the side gathering dust. And we sort of dust it off on occasions and we go deliver. But imagine right now that you really committed to going all in. I mean, all in. Most of us out there are not out there giving it our all. We're doing the around what everyone else around us is doing. Unless you're the unicorn. Some people out there, do you know what I mean? You're unicorns. Maybe you are the unicorn. But most of us are not. Most of us are coming in with the best intentions and we wake up in the morning and we're like, I am ready to go today. Until X happens, Y happens, Z happens. Till we get a bit hungry for lunch, and then we have lunch, and then we feel a bit sleepy. Whatever you've got going on. We let a drama come in the way of us. We get a drama, and some of us, we don't want the drama, but we let the drama come in the way of our goals. Someone phones you up and they're having a nightmare, and you want to be a good friend, and I love that about you. But you're letting that drama get in the way of you executing on the stuff that you need to act on for your life to become the best version it is. Imagine you held yourself accountable for a moment, right? And you said, I'm not going to do X until I've done Y. And you said you won't do that for the next 60 days. So say you love going off and playing football. I'm not playing football until I do X. say you want to go on girls' night. I'm not going on a girls' night till I've done X. And you tell everyone, sorry, girls, not out on girls' night until I've done X. You tell your boys, I'm not going to do this until I've done that. And you use the things that are our fun, our enjoyment, our excitement as the spurring on to go out today and kick some ass. Because there's commissions out there waiting for us to go and get. There's clients out there that need your product, they need your service, but you're comfortable, so you don't have the urgency. Your clients have the need, but you don't have the urgency. We're waiting for people, hello, I have a problem, can you help me? Go out and find these people. Go out and tell your message. Go out today and get some rejection. Go out today and fail a bit. It's Monday. It's April. We're in our 4th month of the year already. And if you're behind on your goals, if you're behind on your dreams, if you're behind on the bank account, if you're behind on the bills, that means the last 4 months hasn't been enough what you've been doing. If you've earned 6 figures already this year and you're feeling comfy, aim for 500,000. Imagine what you could really achieve. Imagine Christmas Day. You sit down and you've achieved 300% more than what you planned. Imagine Christmas Day, you flying your family away, if your family's important to you, and you fly them away and you take them all skiing and it's all on you. Imagine you go off and buy your wife, your husband, the car they've always wanted. Imagine you go off and put your kids into a private school. Imagine you go off and you go, I've got 100 grand now in investments. You go and buy that property that you wanted to buy. If we're in a role in sales or commission-based roles where you make money, or you're a business owner where you can adapt and change by your efforts, by your results to get more money in the door, if you've got a goal list and you're not working towards it, your goals aren't the right goals. Your goal should be a white hot burning desire. And if you don't have a white hot burning desire, what's keeping you going? Because you will get tired, you will get bored, you will get frustrated, you will get anxiety, you will get depressed at some point. You will think, oh, fuck it, why am I doing all this? But what are you going to do to keep yourself moving forward when that actually happens? Because everyone gets pissed off. Everyone runs out of energy. Everyone gets comfortable. And motivation isn't there for when you're feeling good. The motivation, the core, the fire in your soul needs to come out when you're not motivated, when you are tired, when you're wiping the sleep out your eyes. So you've either got to have massive levels of discipline, and you can look at what you've done in the last 90 days to tell me if you're disciplined. Have you looked in the mirror at any point in the last 90 days going, oh, fuck, I really should have gone to the gym. I really should have made those calls. I committed to 50 calls. I've been doing 45. I've committed to 20 calls. I've been doing none. 10. I said I'd follow up with everyone. I said I'd handle X amount of objections. So if you haven't had the discipline, stop thinking the discipline's automatically going to come. That means we need to take new action consistently. And what's going to happen when we take new action consistently? You're going to get bored of it. Let's just call it what it is. I'm trying to pretend like, oh, well, I'm going to get really inspired. I'm inspirational. Yeah. It ain't about inspiration. It's about having the discipline to stick to your word when we said we would. This morning, I set my alarm for 5. And I'm like, right, I'm getting up at 5, going to do my 25 press-ups, which I know isn't a lot, but I'm doing consistency. And I'm going to go for a walk. Woke up this morning, it's raining, pitch black. I was like, oh. No, I get up, put the kettle on, and I'm like, I really don't want to do press-ups today. I've done them every day for the last 35 days or whatever it is. I didn't want to do the press-ups. In that moment, and this isn't me saying I'm great. I'm just letting you know, I fuck everything up. Things get messed up. I break my word to myself. We all do it. But when that happened this morning, I knew the pain of regret was far greater for me than it would be just to get down and do them 25 press-ups. So I get down and do 25 press-ups. What do you think happened after doing 25 press-ups? Right, now I've done one thing. Big thing in the day, it's done. The thing I'm most annoyed with, bored with, is done. So what have I done? I've set the standard. What are you setting the standard for in your life today? What are you doing today that is setting the standard for the person that you're becoming? Because we're all trying to become butterflies, right? No one's trying to stay as they were. Everyone's trying to get to the next level. We're all trying to get to the next stage of our life. And that's going to take us taking a step from where we are now to an uncomfortable place that we've never been before. And if you're going to go to a place you've never been before, you don't know the commitment you're going to need to get to that place. So if you don't know what the commitment's going to be, you've got to do everything. And you've got to expect it to be hard, and you need to expect it to be difficult, and you need to expect and know exactly when it gets hard and when it gets difficult, what you are going to do. Because if you don't know in that moment what you are going to do when you don't want to do it, you probably won't do it. So I know now when I wake up in the morning, what? I know in my mind, I'm going to have a thought of, I don't want to do my press up. So I have to know in that point what I'm going to do. Shut up, get on the floor, do one. And that's what I say. I say do one. I don't tell myself get down and do 25. I say get down and do one press up. Now it sounds stupid. But what happens when I get down and do one press up? I've already done 3. I mean, I'm doing 5, but I'm nearly there. I'm halfway. 14, 15. Shit, it's only 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And I'm done. But it's knowing what we're going to do in that point when we don't want to do it. Everyone can stay motivated when we're hyped, when you've got people around you. But it's when you're sat in the room on your own. It's when you don't have to make the calls. It's when you don't have to study on the platform. It's when you don't have to do the things that you need to do to move your life forward, when no one's going to tell you to do it. Because everyone else is focused on their shit. Everyone else is focused on their life. So if we're waiting for motivation of others, it's not going to come. And you can't wait on other people. Because if you're 20 years old, 15 years old, 40 years old, 60 years old, if your life hasn't happened how you want it to happen yet, that's because you're waiting on external motivations to kick in and help us. So you have to be accountable to you. It stops with me. If it goes wrong, it's my fault. If it goes right, I accept the praise. But we have to stop waiting. Oh, it's raining today. Fine. I dance in the rain. Oh, looks like it's going to be windy. Cool. I'll put a hat on. There's no point out there, but we give it our all consistently over time and we regret it. So you've got to think, what are you prepared to do today to move it forward? What's going to be the thing that keeps you going? For me, I sit there sometimes, and if I'm feeling demotivated, tired, or whatever it might be, I sometimes do 9 one-hour Zoom calls in a day. That's like going into battle. But I look at it and I think this: if my daughter or my son was sat there now, what impression would I want them to have? What would I want them to think when they watch me right now? Joe Rogan said about this before, and this stuck with me. He said, imagine that you become the big success you tell everyone you're going to be in 10 years, 20 years time. And in 20 years time, there's time travel. And they send back a film crew to film your path to success, to film you in your hard points, to film you when it's going tough and you're struggling. What are you going to do when that film crew is filming you in the time when it gets hard and you're demotivated? No one gives a crap in the story about the easy stuff. The reason we get emotional about everything, we have to go out. We've got to make sure that when it gets hard, we know what we're going to do. We need to know when it gets tough, what's going to be the reason that I dig deep? And what am I going to go off and actually do for this? Because if we're not prepared to kick our own ass, it ain't going to happen. If you're 35 now and you're overweight and you're unfit, there's a reason why. We haven't done the exercise. We haven't ate properly. It's simple, right? I know that. That's why I'm on my path now. Am I in great shape? No. But I'm in there. I've lost 2 stone. I'm on a path. What path are you on and what are you trying to achieve? And when you work out what you're trying to achieve, that's great when you're motivated. But what are you going to do when the clouds come in, the rain kicks in, the wind starts howling, and you don't want to do it? What are you going to do when the sun's shining on a Friday evening and your mates are calling you to go to the pub or go for girls' night or go for boys' night? What are you going to do to stay committed in that time? Guys, listen, I ain't going to be there till I've got a deal. I'm not going to do that till I've closed this business. I'm not going to do that until I've done my minimum expectation of myself. And if you don't want to say that to your friends, question who your friendship is. Because your friends should be there to celebrate the shit out of you. They should be there to guide you through. They should be there to support you and say, hey, listen, Crystal, Matt, I support you. Go get the deal. I'll be here when you're ready. Let's go and get this today. It's Monday. This week, today, right now, this week could be the best day of your fucking life. The time you decide to give up, you can miss the meeting, the handshake, the conversation, the phone call of a person that could change your whole future. Everything that we are looking for is out there. But we've got to be prepared to step out there for long enough to do it. So let's go get the day. See you in a bit. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Go to thesalesangel.com. Get some free training. See you in a bit.